Small town of 15,000. Bright, normal, harmless. The sun was barely up when I stepped outside, backpack slung over one shoulder, breathing in that chilly morning air that always smelled like wet pavement and someone's distant pancakes. Our town, Ridgeview, was boring on purpose. People liked it that way. I met up with my best friend, Noah, at the corner where we always started the walk to Ridgeview High. He had earbuds in and was half dancing down the sidewalk. "Bro, it's way too early for this energy," I said. Noah grinned. "Nah, man, today feels good. I'm calling it. Zero homework, easy classes, and maybe the cafeteria won't poison us." For once, I actually laughed. It did feel like a good day. The sky was clear. Neighbors watered their lawns. A couple of kids biked past us, racing each other down the hill like they had no idea the school was a trap for the next 7 hours. Everything was normal, nicer than normal. We walked past Mrs. Dwyer, the old lady who gardened like she was training for the Olympics. She waved at us with her gloves still covered in soil. "Morning, boys." "Morning," we both said. She usually complained about teenagers and noise and scooters, but today she was smiling. Not weird, just unusually cheerful. Maybe she had coffee earlier than usual or something. No big deal. Across the street, Mr. Harlow was walking his dog, Lazy, who was dragging him instead. He raised a hand, breathless. "Kids, tell your principal to cancel school." "We're trying," Noah shouted back. Everything felt like a postcard. The town was calm, friendly, predictable. Even the school didn't look as depressing as usual when we reached the front steps. Kids were laughing in the courtyard. A group was filming a TikTok dance. Our friend Ava threw a granola bar at Noah's head. He caught it midair and bowed like an idiot. Thank you. I'm here all week." I dropped my backpack onto the bench, stretching. "Honestly, today might not suck." Noah nodded. "Yeah, feels like vibes are." He stopped mid-sentence, squinting toward the flagpole. "What?" I asked, following his gaze. A little girl, maybe 10 or 11, stood alone by the pole, holding a backpack too big for her. She wasn't smiling or staring or doing anything strange. She was just standing there, still, like she was waiting for someone who was very late. Nothing creepy, nothing alarming, just out of place. "Kind of weird," Noah whispered. "She doesn't go to our school, does she?" "No. Maybe she's waiting for her mom." "Yeah, probably." We shrugged it off, went inside. The hallways were full of the usual chaos. People slamming lockers, someone blasting music from their phone, teachers yelling about dress code. Everything felt alive, like the whole building was waking up. Homeroom was loud. People joked around. My teacher actually smiled for once. Nothing was wrong. Nothing at all. But every now and then, I kept thinking about that little girl at the flagpole. Still standing, still waiting, and I didn't know why it bothered me. Not yet. By lunchtime, that warm, small-town feeling had faded into something quieter, tighter, like the whole school was holding its breath. Jack and I noticed it at the same time. It started with people staring too long. Not in a bullying way, not in a mean way, just watching. Kids who never talked to us sat stiff at their tables, shoulders perfectly straight, chewing slowly, eyes locked on whoever passed. One girl, Ava, usually loud and laughing, was sitting with her friends but wasn't saying a word. She kept smiling, the same smile way too wide, like she didn't know how to stop. "Dude," Jack whispered, leaning across the table. "Are they good?" I glanced around. Everyone looked normal, but the cafeteria was too quiet for a place filled with 400 teenagers. No yelling, no clatter, no jokes. Just forks scraping plates and those long, unbroken stares. Even the teachers seemed weird. Mr. Lane walked past us carrying a stack of papers, staring straight ahead without blinking. He bumped into a table, didn't apologize, didn't even look down, just kept walking with that same stiff expression. Maybe there was a fire drill or something? I whispered. Jack shook his head. "Nah, this is different. This feels like..." He stopped, because across the cafeteria, someone turned their head to look at us. Just the head, not the shoulders, not the body. The whole motion was too smooth, too slow, and their eyes tracked us like they were trying to memorize the shape of our faces. I swallowed. Okay, that's not normal. Jack didn't answer. He was frozen, staring at them. Then, like nothing was wrong, the person turned back to their tray, eating in tiny, synchronized bites like they were practicing. A group of students at the far table suddenly stood up at the exact same time. Like someone pressed a button. No one said a word. No one laughed. No one bumped into anything. They just walked out of the cafeteria in perfect rhythm. Jack looked at me, hard. Dude, Jack, we need to leave. He nodded slowly. Yeah, something's wrong with everyone. We stood up. That's when I noticed every head around us turning. Not fast, not dramatic, just slightly following our movement. Like they didn't want us to leave. Like they were waiting. We pushed through it. Out the cafeteria doors. Into the hallway. The second the doors shut, the noise of the school disappeared. Silence. No footsteps. No classroom chatter. No doors closing. Just the building breathing around us. Jack whispered, "Bro, what is happening?" I opened my mouth to answer, and then from somewhere deep in the school we heard it. A single voice, not screaming, not crying, humming, a slow, eerie melody drifting down the hall like someone forgotten they were alone. I didn't recognize it, but Jack whispered something I'll never forget. That's not a song anyone sings. Jack and I stood in the hallway, listening to that strange humming drifting from somewhere deep in the school. The sound didn't match anything human. It wasn't off-key or creepy on purpose. It was worse, it was too perfect, each note identical, like it was being replayed instead of sung. We moved toward the nearest classroom window, hoping to see if anyone else was freaking out. But instead, the hallway lights flickered. Not all at once. One by one. A slow ripple down the hall, like the building was winking at us. Jack whispered, "Okay, I'm done. We're leaving school. Right now." I nodded. No point arguing. We were halfway to the front exit when every phone in the school, every single one, buzzed at the exact same time. A low, vibrating hum filled the hall. Jack grabbed his phone first, eyes already wide. "It's an alert," he said. I pulled out mine. The screen was gray, not the normal emergency alert yellow. It looked unfinished, like it wasn't supposed to be seen yet. Then the text appeared, sharp and mechanical. "Emergency alert. Hold in place. Do not move. If you see someone copying your movements, avoid eye contact. Do not let them near you." Jack exhaled through his teeth. "Copying? Why?" Before he finished, we heard footsteps. Slow, careful. Someone was walking toward us from behind. We turned. A boy stood at the far end of the hallway. I recognized him vaguely, a freshman, I think. Someone quiet, but the way he was standing. His arms hung too low, elbows bent wrong, like he was remembering what arms were supposed to look like. Then, he lifted his hand. And without meaning to, I lifted mine too. A reflex, a startled motion. And he copied it. Perfectly, instantly. Not a second delay. Not a beat behind. Or ahead, the exact same time. Like a mirror. Jack whispered, "Jack, don't move." I froze. The boy froze too. Jack slowly took a step back. The boy did the same. Same angle. Same distance. Same foot. My heart was pounding so loud I couldn't hear the humming anymore. It was just blood and breath and fear. Jack whispered, "Look away, right now." I forced my gaze to the floor. The boy's head tilted, but he didn't turn away. He stared at us like we were something he wanted to understand, something he was practicing. The alert buzzed again. "Do not run. Do not speak. Mimicry behavior detected in your area. Find a secure room and lock the door." Jack grabbed my sleeve. "We're going. Now." We moved carefully, each footstep deliberate, careful not to make any sudden motions the mimic could copy. But then, the humming started again, closer, and coming from more than one direction. Jack's voice cracked. Dude, they're not just copying us. I swallowed hard. They were learning us, learning how we moved, how we reacted, how to fit in. The freshman boy took one slow step forward, not copying now, just approaching. And he wasn't alone anymore. 3 more figures stepped into view behind him. Students, teachers, all too still, all wearing that hollow, practiced human posture. Jack whispered, voice shaking, "We need to run." Jack didn't wait for me to respond. The second the mimic, if that's what it was, lifted its foot like it wanted to test a faster movement, Jack grabbed my sleeve and pulled. We ran. Not fast, not sprinting, just quick enough to move without drawing attention to our exact motions. The hallway behind us stayed quiet, but I could feel the air shift, like the mimics didn't need to chase, like they knew the building better than we did. We rounded the corner and almost collided with a teacher, Mrs. Ellis. Her eyes were wide, her breathing fast, her hands shaking. A real person, finally. "Inside," she whispered, jingling a set of keys with trembling fingers. "Both of you, now." We slipped into the nearest classroom, and she locked the door with a heavy click. She didn't turn on the lights. She didn't ask questions. She didn't even look out the window to see if something followed us. She just leaned against the door, listening. Jack whispered, "You saw it too?" She nodded once, just once, and swallowed hard. "We're on lockdown." The principal tried to announce it, but something cut him off. "Your phones should have gotten the alert." I nodded. Jack stared at her. "What are those things?" he asked. She closed her eyes. "I don't know." She wasn't lying. Not like the teachers who try to hide something to keep kids calm. Her voice shook the way an adult's voice shakes when they're trying not to panic in front of students. Outside, footsteps echoed. Different speeds, different shoes, but the same rhythm. Stop, turn, stop, wait. We all froze. One set of footsteps approached the classroom door and stopped. Mrs. Ellis held her breath. A shadow under the door shifted slightly, like someone leaning close, listening. Then we heard it. The humming. Not loud, not aggressive, just steady, the same perfect notes repeating. Jack mouthed, "They're checking doors." Mrs. Ellis pressed a finger to her lips. She nodded. The humming dragged into a long, flat note. Then silence. A hand touched the doorknob. It didn't jiggle, didn't twist, just rested there, feeling it. We stayed frozen. Even breathing felt dangerous. After a few seconds, the hand let go. The footsteps faded down the hall. I whispered, "Where do we go? We can't stay here forever." Mrs. Ellis thought for a moment. "There's a storage room in the back. No windows, metal lock. It might hold us until help arrives." Jack frowned. "But that room barely fits 2 people." She didn't smile. "Then we're going to fit 3. She motioned for us to follow her toward the back of the classroom. Every step felt too loud. We passed desks, posters, open textbooks, all the normal things. But now everything felt wrong. Like the school had turned into a set for a play we didn't audition for. When we reached the storage door, Mrs. Ellis cracked it open and froze. There were footprints inside. Dust disturbed. Boxes shifted. Something had already been in there. Jack whispered, "No, no way. We're not going in there." Mrs. Ellis's hands shook harder. "Then where?" A sound interrupted her. Not footsteps, not humming, talking. Voices filled the hallway outside. Dozens of them. But the words were wrong, too exact. They all spoke the same phrase at the same time, perfectly synced. "We will wait until you stop moving." Jack's face went pale. Mrs. Ellis backed away from the storage room, eyes wide with terror. "We have to hide," she whispered. "Now, anywhere." We looked around the classroom, and that's when the lights flickered again. Once, twice, then the PA system clicked on. A crackle of static. A long silence. Then a single sentence in a calm human voice. "Students, please imitate the person nearest to you." Jack whispered, "Oh hell no." Jack and I stay frozen at our desks while the room sits in that unnatural stillness. No one is watching us. No one turns toward us. It's like the whole class is listening to something we can't hear. The alert still flashes quietly on every screen. Hold in place. Avoid mirrors. Report any irregularities. The last line flickers like the system is struggling to say it. Jack whispers, "Why mirrors? Why? What does that even mean?" I shake my head. "Shoo, don't draw attention. Don't let them think we're different." Mrs. Harlow continues teaching, except it isn't really teaching. She just repeats the same sentence over and over, each time with the same tone, same pause, same smile. It's like she recorded herself and keeps hitting play. Everyone else starts copying her posture. Elbows on desks, hands folded, neck straight. Exactly the same. My stomach twists. "Jack, they're sinking." "I know," he mutters. I'm trying not to freak out. Down the hallway, something thumps. Not footsteps, something heavier, slow, dragging. Then it stops. The class doesn't react. Not even a blink. Another buzz hits my phone. Quiet, almost hidden. A second alert, but different. Not full screen. More like a system glitch. Just one line. They follow patterns. Do not let them see you break them. I cover my screen with my hand before anyone else can see. Jack grabs my wrist. "Dude, that wasn't the same alert." "I know," I whisper. "Someone else sent it." We both look up. Every student in the room is staring toward the front, still not looking at us. Their faces calm, neutral, empty in a way that makes my skin crawl. But Mrs. Harlow suddenly tilts her head too far. A single, slow motion. Bones shouldn't move like that. Then she says softly, almost sweetly, Jack, you're not following the lesson." Jack freezes. "She's not even looking at me. And she didn't call my name," he whispers. "She didn't." She said his name in a voice that sounded like she learned it from memory, not from reality. Like she was testing how it felt in her mouth. The students all turn their heads. Not toward us, but toward her. Not a single eye is on me or Jack. It's like they're waiting for her to decide something. Jack's breathing quickens. "Bro, we need to leave now." The lights flicker again. Then the fire alarm suddenly blares, except the sound is wrong. Distorted, like someone is imitating a fire alarm with their own mouth. And this time, every head in the room snaps toward us. The instant every head snaps toward us, a cold wave runs down my spine so sharp it almost knocks the air from my lungs. 30 pairs of eyes, all staring, not blinking, not breathing fast, just aligned. Jack grips the edge of his desk so hard his knuckles turn white. "They weren't looking before," he whispers. "Why now, why now?" "I don't know." I breathe. "But don't stand, don't do anything sudden." The fire alarm keeps blaring, if you can call it that. The pitch bends, dips, rises again like someone is figuring out how noise works as they go. The sound rattles the windows. Mrs. Harlow rises from her chair, but her movement is too smooth, too continuous. No shifting weight, no natural steps. More like she's sliding toward us. Her smile stretches slowly. "Boys," her voice crackles. "You are out of rhythm." Jack swallows. "We need to follow their pattern." What pattern? Whatever they were doing before. Hands on desks, straight posture. Just copy it. My brain screams at me that this is stupid, that imitating whatever the hell they are isn't going to save us. But my body moves anyway. I place my elbows on the desk, straighten my back, fold my hands. Jack mirrors me. The class watches. Silence. Then, bit by bit, their heads turn back toward the front of the room, as though rewinding to their last position. Every neck moves in the same exact angle, the same exact speed. Mrs. Harlow stops sliding forward, but she doesn't turn away. She just rotates her head back toward the board while her body stays facing us. Like her bones don't matter. Jack's whisper barely exists. "That's not a person, man." Before I can respond, the lights hum loudly, and a shimmer passes through the room, like heat warping the air. Computers glitch. The PA crackles. Something slams far down the hall. followed by a chorus of voices, not talking, not screaming, trying to sound human. The emergency alert on my phone flickers again. Hold position. Do not run. Do not trust familiar movements. They are trying to match you. My skin goes numb. Jack stares at the alert, eyes wide. They're mimicking us? Like behavior. Or learning it. I whisper. Another crash echoes down the hallway, closer this time. Heavy, wet, followed by a strangled, distorted version of the fire alarm again. The synchronized students all stand together. Perfectly, simultaneously. Same angle, same speed. My breath catches. Jack whispers, "Dude, they want us to stand too. If we don't, we break the pattern. And if we break the pattern, they'll know exactly who doesn't belong." Jack and I lock eyes. We both know what we have to do, even if every instinct in our bodies is screaming not to. We stand, slowly, carefully, matching the exact angle, the exact pace the others used. My legs feel like they might collapse, but I force them into that stiff, unnatural posture. 30 students stand perfectly still. Mrs. Harlow stands perfectly still. And now we stand perfectly still too. The room hums with a low, vibrating tension, like the whole building is holding its breath. Jack whispers, barely moving his lips. Okay, now what? I don't know, I whisper back. Just don't break. A thud cuts me off. Something heavy hits the hallway floor, followed by another, and another, stepping, dragging, stepping. Not random, not clumsy, rhythmic, learning. The class doesn't react at all. They remain statues, their eyes fixed forward like waiting targets. Then a shadow appears under the classroom door. It's long, too long, and it pauses. The handle jiggles once, twice, then stops. I feel my heart wrench into my throat. Jack breathes, "Please don't come in. Please don't come." The door creaks open, but not fully, just enough for something to slip halfway into view. It's a person, or it looks like one. A teenage boy, maybe our age, but taller. His arms a little too long, like someone stretched him to see how far human limbs could go without snapping. His clothes are wrong too, shirt inside out, shoes mismatched, hair parted perfectly symmetrical. His face, though, it wears a smile, but not a happy one. Practiced one. The kind someone makes after watching people smile but never learning why. The entire class turns to look at him at the exact same time. Every head rotates with mechanical smoothness. We do too. We have to. The boy's eyes jitter across the room, studying each posture, each stance, like he's scanning, comparing, grading. Jack's fingers twitch barely, but I see the thing's gaze snap straight to his hand. My blood goes cold. The boy steps forward. His movements are improving, getting smoother, more confidently human. He stops inches in front of Jack. The smile stays stretched on his face as he leans closer, like he's examining a flaw in a painting. Jack's voice breaks in the tiniest whisper. "Don't move." I don't breathe. No one breathes. Then the hallway lights flicker violently. Sparks fly. Metal pops. A sharp, electric screech tears through the speakers overhead. The strange boy jerks his head up, startled. And then every student in the room glitches for a second. A full body shudder, like a puppet's strings were yanked. A new alert flashes onto my phone without making a sound. If they freeze, you run. Do not wait. Do not look back. The students freeze. Jack's voice trembles. "Dude, run? Now." The tall boy turns his head in a painfully slow rotation toward me. His smile widens. I don't think the alert is a suggestion. The frozen classroom feels like a photograph, silent, still, suffocating. Every student remains locked mid-movement. Mrs. Harlow is stuck mid-blink, eyelids half-closed like a jammed camera shutter. Even the tall boy is paused, head tilted toward me, smile stretched too wide. Jack whispers, "This is it. This is the window." I nod, and that's all it takes. Just that tiny movement. The tall boy's eyes snap toward my neck like a predator scenting heat. He didn't unfreeze. He broke the freeze. Go, I breathe. Now, we bolt. Chairs scrape. Shoes slam against tile. The moment we cross the threshold, the room behind us erupts in motion. Dozens of feet slamming the ground all at once, like a stampede trying to mimic running but not understanding how speed works. Jack and I sprint down the hallway. Behind us, thud, 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 thud. Their footsteps overlap, sinking, desensing, sinking again, trying to imitate us. The hallway lights flicker violently as we run, making everything strobe. Posters tear off walls. The distant emergency alarm glitches, half siren, half attempt. We tear around a corner. Jack gasps, "Main exit! Go, go, go!" We reach the front doors and stop. They're open, wide open, and outside, dozens of students just stand on the lawn facing the school. Not talking, not moving, all of them smiling that same too-wide smile. Tall ones, short ones, kids from every grade. A crowd of unmoving, overly straight bodies. Jack stumbles backward. "Bro, they're waiting." "For what?" I whisper. "For us," a voice says suddenly. Jack and I spin around, and it's just Principal Warren. Or it looks like him. His suit is messy, like he put it on in the dark. His tie is knotted perfectly symmetrical, too perfect. His head tilts almost curiously as he studies us. "Running is unsafe," he says, but the tone is wrong, like he copied a helpful voice without knowing when to use it. "You belong in class." He steps closer. One step, then another, each one too measured. Jack grabs my hoodie. "Back, go back." "No," I say quietly, because behind Warren I see something else. Down the hallway, past the corner, a shadow moves. Fast, smooth, nothing like the stiff copies chasing us. Something different, something aware. A new alert buzzes on my phone. Silent but clear. They are not all the same. If you see one that moves smoothly, run the other way. Jack reads it over my shoulder. His face drains of color. That one, whatever it is, it's not mimicking. It's hunting. The smooth shadow starts moving faster. Principal Warren's smile grows. And outside, the crowd of students begins turning their heads toward the doorway, synchronized. Jack whispers, voice shaking, "We're trapped. What do we do?" I swallow hard. "We pick the thing least likely to kill us." Jack's breathing turns sharp and shallow, like he's trying not to choke on his own panic. Outside, the wall of smiling students. In front of us, Principal Warren. Behind us, the smooth-moving shadow gliding closer. No footsteps, no sound. Everything in my body screams, "Choose wrong and die." Jack trembles. "Dude, what does the alert mean? Why is that one different?" "I don't know," I whisper. But the smooth one, it isn't copying. It's hunting. Warren tilts his head in that perfect, impossible angle, watching us the way someone watches animals in a cage. "You boys need structure," he says calmly. "Predictability, routine." He's trying to hurt us, not kill us. Not yet. Outside, the students on the lawn all raise their hands at the exact same angle, palms facing the sky, like they're waiting for rain. Or a signal. My heart pounds so loud I swear they all hear it. Jack grips my arm. We can't go outside, and we can't go past him, and we definitely can't go toward that thing behind us. The shadow glides into the main hallway now, and now I see it clearly. Tall, too tall, built like a human but moving with liquid precision like gravity works different for it. His face is wrong, not stretched, not smiling, blank, like it hasn't chosen a face yet. A soft hiss of air escapes it as it leans forward, sensing us. Warren steps between us and the shadow, and for the first time, his perfect demeanor cracks. He twitches, jerks, stutters in movement. He's afraid of it. That tells me everything. "Jack," I whisper. "The smooth one isn't on their side." "What? Like it's worse?" "Maybe, but it scares these ones. So running toward it might be suicide." Jack swallows. "Then which way?" I force myself to think. Fast, cold, patterns. That's what this whole thing is about. The mimics outside wait for commands. The mimics inside copy behaviors. But the smooth one is independent. That means, Jack. I look at him, throat tight. We hide, not run. Hide. Where? They're everywhere. No, not everywhere. My eyes flick to the side hallway, the one place none of them are looking. The art wing, abandoned for renovations, covered in plastic. Plastic reflects light. Reflections distort shapes. Come on, I say. Now. Warren jerks his head. The smooth shadow swivels smoothly, and the students outside lower their hands in unison. Jack hesitates just for a second. It's a mistake. Warren lunges. Not human. Not close. Mouth stretching open, too wide, like he's gonna swallow Jack whole. I grab Jack and yank him into the side hallway. Warren misses by inches, smashing into the lockers so hard metal buckles. The smooth shadow freezes, watching, not attacking, not following, just watching with that empty face like it's evaluating. Jack gasps, clutching his chest. Bro, what the hell? Why didn't it chase us? I swallow, because I think I know. It only chases the ones who break rules, I whisper. Jack stares at me. How do you know that? Because you hesitated and Warren reacted. Not it. I don't tell him the part I'm trying not to believe. It didn't chase us because it already marked us. We push deeper into the art wing. Plastic sheets ripple. The building groans. Shadows blur on the other side of the translucent tarp. Jack stops walking. Dude, he whispers. Someone's in here. I freeze. Through the plastic curtain, a figure stands. Human-sized, still, facing us. And then, it lifts its hand and taps lightly on the plastic. Tap, 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 like it knows we're trapped. The tapping echoes through the plastic, dull and hollow, like knuckles hitting a coffin lid. Tap, tap, tap. Jack squeezes my sleeve so tight it cuts off circulation. That's not one of them, right? Right? I don't answer, because the figure behind the sheet isn't moving like a mimic. Not stiff, not too fluid, not copying. It's breathing. Slow, human-like, but heavy, shaky. It steps closer, the silhouette growing more defined through the cloudy plastic. Broad shoulders, a head tilted slightly forward. One arm hanging lower than the other, almost dislocated. Not smiling, not perfect, not symmetrical. Jack whispers, "Should we run?" I shake my head. Running makes noise, and we don't know what the audience outside does when they hear noise. Another step. The plastic crinkles inward, like the figure is leaning into it. And then, the figure speaks. Not a mimic voice, not distorted. A whisper. Human, terrified. Don't move. Jack's eyes go wide. Holy shit. They can still talk? The voice behind the curtain trembles. No, not them. A shaky breath. I'm not one of them. The plastic shifts as the figure presses a hand to it. The outline of fingers, normal fingers, shows through. But something is wrong. The hand spasms for a moment, twisting like the bones don't want to stay shaped that way. Jack grabs my arm, whispering urgently, "Bro, that's not normal human shaking. Humans don't do that." The voice mutters, "They can hear movement. All of them. You have to stay quiet." I swallow hard. "Who are you?" The silhouette freezes, completely, then slowly lowers its hand. "I'm one of the first," it whispers. "One of the ones they tried to copy." A pause. "They didn't get it right." Jack's face drains of color. "One of the first what?" The figure leans closer, voice cracking like it's using words it learned too late. "The first humans they replaced, before they perfected it." My chest tightens. "You survived the replacement?" Another shudder runs through it, head to toe, like electricity ripping through its nerves. "Not survived," it rasped. "Stayed aware." Jack steps back. Dude, no, let's go. This is worse, this is..." The silhouette lifts its head sharply, as if listening to something deeper in the building. "They heard you," it whispers. My blood runs ice cold. We didn't even talk loud. "Not your voice," the figure breathes. "Your heartbeat." Behind us, down the hallway, something moves. Fast. Not the mimics. Not Warren. Not the class. The smooth shadow one. I feel its presence before I see it. The air pressure shifts, the lights dim, and the plastic roof above us trembles. The silhouette behind the curtain whispers urgently, "You can still escape." "How?" Jack whispers, panicked. "There's a maintenance hatch behind the easel storage. Leads under the building." Jack stares at me. "That sounds like a trap." The figure doesn't deny it, just says softly, "It's the only place they can't follow." Jack's voice trembles. "Why not?" The silhouette lowers its head, voice quiet but certain. "Because they need patterns, and there's no pattern underground." The smooth one enters the hallway. Its blank face turns toward our hiding place, and the plastic behind us ripples as the hidden figure reaches out and whispers one last time. The plastic sheet quivers behind us as the shadowy figure waits, breathing hard and uneven, like every inhale hurts. In front of us, the hallway grows darker, consumed by the presence of the smooth one. It doesn't walk. It arrives, like gravity pulls it instead of legs. Jack whispers, "We can't outrun that thing." He's right, but going underground with something we can't see clearly? Something that claims to be a failed copy. That might be worse. The figure behind the curtain presses closer. "You're running out of time." The smooth one tilts its blank head. It doesn't have eyes, but somehow it is locked onto our exact location, tracking breath, heartbeat, fear. I feel its attention like a pressure on my skull. Jack leans closer. "Bro, decide. Underground or..." He glances at the smooth one. "Or die in the hallway." The creature glides another inch toward us. Utterly silent, utterly wrong. Plastic on the ceiling rattles like something in the building is holding its breath. I grab Jack's sleeve. "Storage room. Now." We dart left, slipping between paint-splattered tables and half-finished art projects under dusty sheets. The plastic rustles loudly with every step. Too loud. Too much noise. Jack whispers, "Dude, it hears everything, hurry." We push into the storage room and slam the door quietly shut behind us. The lights in here are dim, flickering softly against rows of easels, shelves, and drying racks. Then, the silhouette from behind the curtain slips in after us. Not attacking, not rushing. It closes the door gently, like it's afraid of being heard. Up close, the figure is even more unsettling, like a human whose body keeps trying to fall out of alignment. His jaw twitches. One eye blinks slower than the other. His breath rattles. But he looks human, just corrupted. Jack backs up. "Stay away." The figure raises both hands. "I'm not here to hurt you. I'm here because you can still think for yourselves." His voice cracks. "They can't. You said you were one of the first," I say quietly. He nods. "They were practicing on us before they learned how to copy perfectly, before they figured out how people move, speak, think." A tremor runs through him, twisting his spine. "They almost finished me. They almost replaced my mind." Jack whispers, "So why didn't they?" The figure's breath turns shaky. "Because I didn't match the pattern. Something in me fought back, and they hate imperfection." His gaze slides toward the door, as if sensing the smooth one on the other side of the wall. "That one out there?" he whispers. "That's not a mimic. That's something older. Something they use to hunt the mistakes." A chill crawls up my neck. "The mistakes," I repeat. He nods, slowly, sadly. "Humans who know too much." Jack goes pale. "So us?" "No," the figure says. "You two are something else." He crouches beside a tall stack of easels and pulls one aside, revealing a metal maintenance hatch. Cold air pours out. "Once you go down," he whispers, "don't stop, don't talk, don't look into dark corners." They move differently underground. Jack mutters through clenched teeth, "Bro, this is insane." A sound outside the door cuts him off. Not footsteps, breathing, heavy, slow, perfectly controlled. Like something is mimicking the rhythm of human lungs, flawlessly. The smooth one, the figure's eyes widen. "It found you." He shoves the hatch open with shaking hands. "Go, now." Jack doesn't think. He jumps down into the darkness. I hesitate for half a second, just long enough for the door behind us to creak, and the smooth one's blank face to appear in the gap. Its head tilts at an inhuman angle, studying me. Deciding, I drop into the hatch. The figure slams it shut after me, and as Jack and I slide down the cold metal chute into total darkness, we hear a muffled sound above, the figure screaming, not in pain, in warning. "Don't let it copy your voices." Darkness swallows us whole. The chute spits us out hard onto cold cement. My palms sting. Jack groans beside me, clutching his ribs. The air down here is damp and metallic, like old pipes and mold. It's so dark I can't see my own hands. Just the faintest outline of Jack's silhouette when he moves. Somewhere above us, distant and muffled, we hear, slam, the hatch being struck. Then again, harder. Jack grabs my hoodie. "Dude, is it coming down here?" "I don't know," I whisper. "I don't know what that thing can do." We stand completely still, listening. The banging stops. Silence. Then a new sound, something soft sliding across the floor above us. A scrape. Another. Measured. Patient. The smooth one isn't breaking the hatch. It's waiting. Jack whispers so quietly I almost miss it. "Bro," he said, "not to talk. Not to make noise." "I know." I breathe. We stay frozen. Hold our breath. Let the silence choke us. Finally, I feel safe enough to slowly, carefully pull out my phone. The screen lights up my face faintly, too faint to shine far. No signal, of course, but one notification glows at the top. Unauthorized alert received. Source unknown. I open it. The message is short. "They learn faster in the dark. Don't let them hear your fear." Jack sees it and stiffens. "Bro." That doesn't help me not be scared, but his voice is barely a breath. "Good." I turn slowly, letting my eyes adjust. The tunnel stretches out in two directions, left and right, both swallowed by pitch black. Water drips somewhere, metal creaks, and then something clicks behind us. Not metal, not pipes, a sound like bones flexing. Jack freezes. What was that?" I swallow hard. Not the smooth one. Something else. Another click. Then a soft, rapid skitter, like fingernails tapping concrete. Jack's whisper tightens into a sob. Bro, there's something down here with us." I grip his arm. We pick a direction and go. Quietly. Left or right. I don't get to choose. Because suddenly, down the left tunnel, a faint light flickers. A dying bulb, barely alive, but enough to show something moving in the darkness. A shadow hunched low, crawling along the ceiling like an insect. Fast, but stopping abruptly. Jerking, like its limbs are trying to remember how to move. A mimic, but not a finished one. Incomplete, broken, shuddering like bad animation. Jack clamps a hand over his mouth to muffle a scream. The creature twitches violently, then snaps its head toward us. It heard that. I shove Jack toward the right tunnel. We run, silent as possible but stumbling through blackness, hands brushing cold stone, lungs burning with swallowed breaths.